Yeah, today we will discuss about the settings in the WordPress. So this is the dashboard of our admin panel in the WordPress. So now this is the setting button. So there are a lot of listing, that is general listing, writing, the reading, the discussion, media, the permalinks, and the limit login attempts. Though first we will go for the general settings. Now this is about the site title, so which is appearing on your the site here, that is this one, the tool packages of the India, and the second is the tagline. So the first one is the title, and the second is the tagline. The third is the WordPress URL, means where the domain name where you already installed the WordPress. So this is about the site URL, then the email ID, then the membership. If you want to, the membership, that's anyone can, the register for your site. So then you have to click here on the checkbox. Otherwise, if you don't like that the outsider will be, the register for your website, then don't checkbox on this, on the button. And if you will checkbox here, always keep in mind that you have to select here the subscriber button. Okay, because there are a lot of lists about the subscriber, contributor, author, editor, and the administrator. So always you have to select as a subscriber, because not as an administrator. The administrator uh, have all the controls of the website. So then you can change here the time zone from here, then the date formats, the time format, and the work starts on the which date, and similarly the language setting. So these are basically the general settings. The second is about the writing. In this one, here the default post category is basically the uncategorized. If you want that, if you anyone, the post here the data, so first it will go under the uncategory. Otherwise, if you want, the certain category will be as a default category, then you have to select from here. Similarly, the post format is also the standard, because there are a lot of lists whenever you will post certain files, certain comments. Then there is a lot of list in, the right hand side, that is a standard aside, chat, gallery, links, images, quote, status, video, and the audio. So these things you have to select, but by default that will be a standard. And the and the third one is about the mail server and the login name and the password, so you don't have to change all these things. The next is reading. In the reading, there is, that is the front page displays you the latest post, means the current post will appear first on the top. So always whenever you will post certain, the certain content, though there will be a date, that on this particular date the posting was done. So the always the latest post will be is on the top. Similarly, you can select here that on the front page how many posts will appear. The 10, the basically 10 is, the by default. If you want to increase, or if you want to decrease, then you can select from here. Similarly for the syndication, and for each of the article feed, that is either you want to go for the full text or you go for the summary. And the next is the search engine, the visibility. So if you like that the search engine will index your site, so then you don't the click on the checkbox. Otherwise, just leave it. And if you want to select that the search engine will not index your site, then you have to click here on the discourage search engine from the indexing this site. So this is always for the search engine purposes. Then the next is the discussion. This is the basically the general settings about the article settings, the comment setting, the email, that's the comment will appear, the comment moderation. So if you have if you want to change, then you have to read all these things, and then you will change from this, the checkbox. Otherwise, just leave it as it is. Then the next is about the media. The media files, either for the video or for the images, this is the particular size for the thumbnail, that is the 150 by 150. Similarly, for the medium size, the size will be the 300 by 300, and for the large size, the size will be 1024 by 1024. And for the uploading files, there is a checkbox which will organize all the the uploaded files in terms of the month and the year. So if you want to increase or decrease the site, you can sizes, then you can change the sizes from here. The next is the permalinks, and this is about the common setting, that is about the plain, the day and name, and the month name, and the numeric, and the post name, and about the custom structure. So you don't have to basically change from here. Then the next is the login attempt. Means if anyone try to log in your admin panel or the user, the user panel, then how many times he can try. So this is about the 4 times he can try. Similarly, the 20 minutes will be the lockout. Okay, so if you want to change the number of attempts, either you decrease or increase, then you have to change from here. That is, suppose the 3 attempt you like, then you have to type here 3. Similarly, for the site connection, there is a direct connection from this IP. Otherwise, if you want to create a proxy sites, then the proxy server, then you have to click here. Otherwise, just leave for the direct connection. The next is about the cookies, and the next is about the logout. So you don't have to change here. If you want to change only, just change only here the number of entries, that is either the 3 attempt, 4 attempt, 5 attempt for the login purposes. That will be fine. So these are basically the settings: the general, writing, reading, discussion, media, and the permalinks, and the login attempts. So these are basically settings in the WordPress. So in the next video we will discuss about the plugins, though the plugins is the very important. So we will discuss in the next video. Thank you.